Hi guys, how are you doing? It's me this morning. Yes, so I have started this. So it has 20 chapters and they are not as long, so I've decided I will read like 2 chapters a day. And I've read in chapter 2. I've just done chapter 1, okay, like the introduction and chapter 1. So there are a few quotes that I would want to read through. Yeah, a genius is a person who can do the average thing when everyone else around him is losing his mind. That is from Napoleon. Okay, yeah. And then the world is full of obvious things which nobody by any chance ever observes. First chapter is no one is crazy. In the introduction, he has given a story about 2 guys. The first guy's name is Ronald Read, who was born in rural Vermont. He was the first person in the family to graduate high school. All the more impressive by the fact that he hitchhiked to campus each day. For those who knew him, there wasn't much else worth mentioning. His life was about as low-key as they come. So when he finished school, that is Ronald Read, he fixed cars at a gas station for 25 years and swept floors for 17 years. He bought a 2-bedroom house for $12,000 at age 38 and lived there for the rest of his life. He was widowed at age 50 and never remarried. A friend recalled that his main hobby was chopping firewood. So Read died in 2014, age 92, which is when the humble rural janitor made international headlines. Do you know why? This is because 2,813,503 Americans died in 2014, the year he died. Fewer than 4,000 of them had a net worth of over 8 million when they passed away. Imagine this janitor, rural humble janitor, Ronald Read, was among the 4,000 out of the 2,800,000 Americans who left a net worth of 8 million when he passed away. In his will, the former janitor left 2 million to his stepkids and more than 6 million to his local hospital and library. That's why he was a philanthropist. My God. Those who knew Read were baffled. Where did he get all the money? It turned out that there was no secret. There was no lottery win or no inheritance. Read saved what little he could and invested it in blue chip stock. Then he waited for decades to an end as tiny savings compounded into more than 8 million. That's it, from janitor to philanthropist. My goodness. Okay. So the second guy who is mentioned here is called Richard Foscon, if that's pronounced right. He was everything. So Richard was everything Ronald was not. A Harvard educated executive with an MBA. He had such a successful career in finance and he retired in his 40s. Don't we all want to retire in our 40s to become a philanthropist? So former Merrill CEO David Komarsky praised Foscon's business savvy, leadership skills, sound judgment, and personal integrity. Crane's Business magazine also included him in a 40 under 40 list of successful business people. This Richard guy, he was very successful. Imagine retiring at 40. Hey, I want that too. But then, like the gold coin skipping tech executive, everything fell apart. Oh no. In the mid 2000s, Foscon borrowed heavily to expand an 18,000 square foot home in Greenwich, Connecticut, that had 11 bathrooms, 2 elevators, 2 pools, 7 garages, and cost more than $90,000 a month to maintain. That's a big house. Then the 2008 financial crisis hit. What? The crisis hurt virtually everyone's finances. It apparently turned Foscon into dust. High debt and illiquid assets left him bankrupt. I currently have no income, he allegedly told a bankruptcy judge in 2008. First, his Palm Beach house was foreclosed. Oh no. In 2014, it was the Greenwich Mansion's turn. Wow. 5 months before Ronald Reid left his fortune to charity, Richard's home, where guests recalled the thrill of dining and dancing atop a see-through covering on their home's indoor swimming pool, was sold in a foreclosure auction for 75% less than an insurance company figured it was worth. Can you imagine? What? Ronald Reid was patient. Richard Foscon was greedy. That's all it took to eclipse the massive education and experience gap between the two. The lesson here is not to be more like Ronald and less like Richard, though that's not bad advice. The fascinating thing about these stories is how unique they are to finance. In what other industry does someone with no college degree, no training, no background, no formal experience, and no connections massively outperform someone with the best education, the best training, and the best connections? I struggle to think of any. It is impossible to think of a story about Ronald Reid performing a heart transplant better than a Harvard-trained surgeon, or designing a skyscraper superior to the best trained architects. There will never be a story of a janitor outperforming the world's top nuclear engineers. But these stories do happen in investing. What? The fact that Ronald Reid can coexist with Richard Foscon has two explanations. One, financial outcomes are driven by luck, independence of intelligence and effort. That's true to some extent, but this book will discuss it in further detail. Or two, I think more common, that financial success is not a hard science, it's a soft skill where how you behave is more important than what you know. I call this skill the psychology of money. The aim of this book is to use short stories to convince you that soft skills are more important than technical side of money. I'll do this in a way that will help everyone from Reid to Foscon and everyone in between make better financial decisions. Wow. Hey, have you heard that? Oh, but then that story in the introduction of this book was so necessary, because imagine you're just a janitor and you leave $8 million, and the other person, you're like an executive somewhere and you leave nothing, you're bankrupt. My goodness, what? That is how life is. Do you think financial success, or like being financially free or financial success, is about luck? Or what do you think? What do you think? Oh, I know I'm going to enjoy this book. I know I will. Let me read something else more. I don't want the episode to be too long. We will be reading through some of the things I find fascinating. I hope you have subscribed to my channel for this and more. Yes, please do, and get yourself this book and let's discuss in the comment section. We can even have a live. I can try and have a live and we discuss this and read this together more. Okay? Yes. 2 topics impact everyone, whether you're interested in them or not: health and money. By the way, in this life, health and money, even though you don't want to talk about health, everybody prays for good health, because there are people who are rich but they can't buy health. Like, yes, you can go to good hospitals and everything, but remember, like Chris Kirubi, he was saying if he was able to exchange whatever he had for good health, he would. You know, good health is something we take not as serious as we should. That's in my opinion. The healthcare industry is a triumph of modern science, with rising life expectancy across the world. So it talks about that. I think most of the reason why I believe is that we think about and are taught about money in ways that are too much like physics, with rules and laws. By the way, why like when you're taught about money, honestly, it's true. Most of the time, we are taught about money in ways that are too much like physics. That is, there are rules, there are laws of money, there are rules. Rules are this, if you do this, this will happen, and all that. And not enough like psychology with emotion and nuance. By the way, that's true. Money is everywhere. It affects all of us and confuses most of us. Hey, that is very true. Money is truly everywhere. It affects all of us and confuses most of us. What better way to say it? Everyone thinks that it is a little differently. It offers lessons on things that apply to many areas of life, like risk, confidence, and happiness. Few topics offer a more powerful magnifying glass that helps explain why people behave the way they do than money. It is one of the greatest shows on earth. By the way, money is a topic we don't talk too much about. We should have a topic of money. In fact, even in school, we should be taught about money. You know, not the way we are being told that you've been given 50 shillings to buy 5 mangoes. How much is each mango? No. Like in detail. You know, not only the rules and the laws. Okay, that's in my own opinion. I don't know what your opinion is. Anyway, so, Higher. Something else that stood out. Finance is different. It's guided by people's behaviors, and how I behave might make sense to me but look crazy to you. That is very, 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 very true. How I behave with my money, or it may make sense to me only. To you, you may be like, why is she so crazy? Why would she do that? You know, and all that. Wow. Anyway, so now the first topic. Look, the first topic. Whatever I was reading was just the introduction of the book. Imagine how nice this book is. So now, the first topic of this book is No One's Crazy. Your personal experiences with money. Hear this. Your personal experiences with money make up maybe 0.0000001% of what's happened in the world, but maybe 80% of how you think the world works. Ooh, poof, my mind is blown. What? Well, that's true. Wait, my dears, I have enjoyed this book. Okay, there's something else that stood out. People do some crazy things with money, but no one is crazy. Okay, here's the thing. People from different generations, raised by different parents who earned different incomes and held different values in different parts of the world, born in different economies, experiencing different job markets with different incentives and different degrees of luck, learn very different lessons. Why don't I just leave you with that? Because what? That is so true. Everyone has their own unique experience with how the world works, and what you've experienced is more compelling than what you learn secondhand. So all of us, you, me, everyone, go through life anchored to a set of views about how money works and vary wildly from person to person. What seems crazy to you might make sense to me. Oh, can we just be done? Like, what? Anyway, I hope to see you in the next video. Let me just take a break and just marinate. Let that information marinate. Let it just like sink. I'll do another episode very soon. I love you guys. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, share, and let's keep on growing. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I am so grateful. You have no idea.